Is it a loaded firearm that you have with you, Mr. Scaletta?
Correct.
Okay, can you put your hands on the car, please? I'm not familiar with the retention of this holster. Just keep your hands over there.
Can we not do this in front of everybody? I mean, really?
Yeah.
You're doing just fine keeping your hands over
Okay,
that.
yeah.
I appreciate
no
it.
problem, man. Can I contact my parent as soon as y'all are...
Do you have any other firearms on you, sir?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
Here's
no,
what you do.
no.
So you're not under arrest right now, but you're being detained, okay? You are a commissioned police officer in this state. You'll be taken out of cuffs, and I will formally apologize.
Thank you.
Okay?
No problem.
Welcome back. The man in cuffs is Michael. He claims to be a detective with Edmonds PD in Washington State. Vest with police on the back, a badge, SWAT patches, loaded firearm, and a story that's going to collapse on camera layer by layer. Putting on the uniform doesn't make you one of the good guys. We've shown that with real officers on this channel. Michael just went further. Same impulse, no authorization, and the people who paid for it were some of the most vulnerable people in Bremerton.
Yeah. You want to come back over here?
Yeah.
I was talking to some other guys. So you work for Edmonds PD?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a part-time gig.
I got you. Do you have your commission card with you today?
Yeah, give me a minute.
No? Didn't find it?
Sorry? No, he's going to... It's in my other bag.
Oh, okay.
It's, he's grabbing it now.
Okay, how long have you been
apologize.
working for the Salvation Army?
Sorry?
How long have you been working off duty for the Salvation Army?
I'm here almost every other week.
Every other week?
Yeah.
And what's your full name?
Mezzy Scaletta, M-E-Z-Z-Y,
That's your-
S-C-A-L-E-T-T-A.
So, is it a loaded firearm that you have with you, Mr. Scaletta?
Correct.
Okay, can you put your hands on the car, please? I'm not familiar with the retention of this holster. Just keep your hands over there.
Can we not do this in front of everybody? I mean, really?
Do you have any other firearms on you, sir?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
Here's
no,
what you do.
no.
So you're not under arrest right now, but you're being detained, okay?
No commission card. Every real officer in Washington carries one. It's the entire legal basis for carrying a badge and a loaded weapon. It's in my other bag is a stall. Watch how that bag story keeps evolving. Can we not do this in front of everyone? First instinct, not call my supervisor, just image management. That tells you where his head is. Not under arrest, but being detained. Terry, stop. Requires reasonable articulable suspicion. Armed, uniformed, unverified, in the highest crime zone in the city. That's more than enough under Terry versus Ohio, 1968. Before we go further, a little context on how common this actually is. Criminologists who study police impersonation have identified three main types: the wannabe cop, who does it for power and ego, the deviant who uses the uniform to commit sex crimes or extortion, and the common criminal using it as a tool for robbery or theft. Michael appears to be a mix of the first and third, and he's not unique. In 2024 alone, law enforcement issued public warnings about fake officers in San Diego, Sacramento, Seattle, Albuquerque, Atlanta, Philadelphia, and more. This is not a rare crime. It's underreported, undercounted, and more sophisticated than people think. The most famous recent example is Jeremy DeWitt from Florida, a registered sex offender who spent years running a fake police escort company, wearing a full police uniform, pulling over drivers, carrying weapons, until he racked up enough charges to finally put him away. He's currently in prison. Michael is cut from the same cloth. Different state, same obsession with the costume.
So first off, if you are a commissioned police officer in this state, you'll be taken out of cuffs, and I will formally apologize.
Thank you.
Okay?
No problem.
All right. Here's a couple problems, though. I'm one of the supervisors in the city right now. If Salvation Army is hiring uniformed commissioned law enforcement who's going to be carrying badge, gun, vest, especially not in our agency. So if you're us, and especially if you're law enforcement, you understand. We see a guy with detective badge, police badge. I think there's a SWAT badge somewhere on there as well, right? In our jurisdiction, and we haven't been notified that, hey, Salvation Army's got armed law enforcement. And that's not true. You might have just been going from your employment to your car. However, when we came across you, right, you're uniformed and armed. When we came across you. That's an accurate statement. The concern is, especially because we weren't given notification, right?
I'm not operating. I'm not working. I'm not.
Well, here's the problem
leaving.
with that. Well, it's Mezzy, right?
Correct.
Here's the problem with that. You're leaving. Even if you're leaving, Salvation Army, this is the #1 crime hotspot in the entire city for us.
I know this.
Let me tell you.
I'm a retired Baltimore City.
Okay.
27 years. I come out here.
Then let me
I
talk.
mean, I get it.
Then let me
I'm
talk.
sorry.
Well, I don't. I think we're getting our wires crossed a little bit, because what I'm trying to get you to understand is, I understand that you're just leaving if you're off duty. if you know this is the highest crime area in the city, and you know that that's likely to do with your law enforcement experience, and we're going to be in the area, probably not the best idea to be wearing a vest, armed, going to and from, because it's going to make us think some things, up to and including possible criminal impersonation of a police officer. That's why you're detained. We get all that checked out, and you know what? This might be an error for their bosses and our bosses, because if this is all true, right, and we weren't, and we just weren't notified, that's what could have solved this, is an email saying, hey, just so you know, there's a guy, he's law enforcement, he's being hired off duty at Salvation Army. You may see him come and go from the parking lot. That's what we'd say. Sounds good. We've heard nothing.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about this? No. Have you heard anything about this?
We might have called Edmonds last night.
The sheriff?
What?
We might have called Edmonds PD last night.
Yeah.
Not on the payroll.
Say it again?
You're not on the payroll with Edmonds PD.
Look at the structure of what this supervisor is doing. First, standing offer. Prove you're real, we apologize, and you walk. Then, specific legal concern, criminal impersonation. Then, reason for detention, armed, uniformed, unverified, highest crime zone in the city. Then, what would have prevented this? One email. He's building a documented record of reasonable suspicion in real time. That's not because he's a great guy. That's because he knows if this case goes to court, every step needs to hold up. As we'll see, Michael did both, pushing people off 7-Eleven property and questioning a transient about a suspicious death. On this channel, we're usually pointing out when cops skip those steps, when they don't explain the reason for a stop, when they extend it without justification, when they pressure people into answering questions. Here, the steps are being followed. Worth noting. Doesn't mean the whole system works, just means this particular interaction was done correctly. Michael's response, 27 years, Baltimore City. He keeps leading with his biography, but notice what's missing. Call my supervisor at Edmonds. Here's the direct number. Any real officer in this situation would have that number memorized. Michael doesn't offer it. He offers a resume. There's a reason for that. And then, you're not on the payroll with Edmonds PD. Officers called the night before. He's not in the system. Doesn't exist as an employee. That is the moment this goes from suspicious to criminal.
How long have you been with Edmonds?
Almost 18 months now.
18 months?
Yeah. So I was at Thurston prior.
Thurston County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
Where you at Thurston for?
About a year. So when I retired from Baltimore City, Maryland 4 years ago. I came out here. I worked at the detention center for a little while. They put me in the detention center. I didn't like it. I was able to secure a spot over at Edmonds after getting some other certifications, and it's an 18-month contract. So with investigations.
So you're only contracted to work 18 months?
It's good. Yeah, that's what it is. Yes.
You said you've been at Edmonds for 18 months, but then you said you're only
No.
contracted to work.
I got
18 months.
another 18 months left.
Catch that? He said he's been there 18 months, then said he has 18 months left on an 18-month contract. That's a contradiction in real time, on camera. He doesn't even notice he's tripping over his own story.
The reason I was walking away is I was going to be, hey, we've got possible criminal impersonation. Hey, this guy's armed.
I'm just kind of irritated with it, right? I think it could have been done a little bit differently.
You're irritated?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I
What's irritating
wasn't operating. I wasn't. Hey, listen, man. You guys saw it. I get where you're coming from.
I came in, Graves started telling me about it, and I was like, no.
Did they have PC? What's the...
They were checking out a transit started a fire last night, and he pulled up on Casey and turned on blue emergency lights inside the car, and got out and was like, hey, I'm with Edmonds.
In 2015, he was involved in like a SWAT incident where he barricaded himself inside and had like a whole like threat of to, like blow the place up. So it was like a bomb threat. SWAT was involved. They came out. He was detained and arrested in District of Columbia. That was from Lynx back in 2015. So when I search you in our police database and your name and date of birth come back with an incident in 2015 with the District of Columbia, which is obviously Washington, D.C.
That's DC. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You said no. Go, take me on APIS right now. Never. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm irritated. He's been caught lying about his employment, has no credentials, is carrying a loaded firearm he may not be legally allowed to possess, and his complaint is that this could have been handled differently. The audacity is genuinely impressive. And now the criminal history. 2015, barricaded himself, bomb threat, SWAT response, Arrested in D.C. Michael says never been arrested, never once. The database says otherwise. One of these is lying. Databases don't misremember. This is also a key legal moment. The officers are now running his record in real time. And what they're finding, a prior conviction, transforms the loaded firearm from a civil question into a felony. If he's a convicted felon, he cannot legally possess a firearm under federal law, 18 U.S.C. Section 922G, or Washington state law. That's charge number 2 before they've even fully sorted out charge number 1.
Yeah, look, he's got a firefighter helmet too.
Jesus Christ, man.
We're gonna do it all.
Can we check by vehicle? Can you check?
Absolutely. If you wanna search.
You guys could do it. Go ahead.
Where's your key at?
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a black plastic bag. It's got some Gatorade in it,
Right.
and it's got my
I
wallet.
just want to confirm you're giving us the consent to search the vehicle. I just want to hear it from you, yes or no. Are you giving us consent to search the vehicle?
What, y'all are gonna tear my vehicle apart?
We're gonna search the vehicle. We're not gonna like.
We're done. All right. We're done. No.
No, okay.
You're not gonna tear my vehicle up. No.
Okay.
Apply for a search warrant. Do what you gotta do.
You still talking?
At this time, I'm going to invoke my rights and remain silent.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
We all know better.
Fair enough.
2 very important legal moments back to back here. First, the consent to search. Michael initially says, go ahead. Then when the officer asks him to confirm clearly, yes or no, he pulls back. Apply for a search warrant. Here's the thing. He absolutely has the right to do that. The 4th Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. Withdrawing consent before the search begins is legally valid. The officers accept it without pushback. That's correct procedure. They'll get the warrant. But here's the irony. Michael knows enough about his rights to withdraw consent to search and invoke his 5th Amendment right to silence. A man who spent months pretending to be a cop actually knows some law. That's almost more disturbing than if he didn't, because it means the deception was somewhat calculated. Second, invoking the right to silence. I'm going to invoke my rights and remain silent. That is a textbook invocation under Salinas versus Texas, 2013, verbally stated, on camera. The officer's response, okay, fair enough, is exactly right. Once someone invokes, questioning must stop. Everything Michael says after this point is his own choice, and he keeps talking.
Hey, Officer Smith, Bremerton Police. He was walking around. He had an outer vest on, outer carrier. He had a lot of police gear, had a full belt, fully kitted. His vehicle is a new Ford Explorer outfitted with blue lights, like police lights. He is wearing police gear that has police on the back. His uniform has SWAT patches on it, and the badge that he is wearing says Edmonds Detective, badge number 360. Okay. He's impersonating a police officer, which is criminal impersonation in the 2nd degree.
I'm so sorry, sir. I just woke up.
Okay. He's being arrested for criminal impersonation and unlawful possession of a firearm.
I'm so confused right now.
What part is confusing?
This whole thing. I mean, I thought that he went to work last night.
Does he work at Salvation Army?
What?
Does he work at the Salvation Army in Bremerton?
No, he's supposed to be Bremerton Kitsap.
Doing what?
Well, I know he's a reserves police officer. That's what he told me. That's the work he's doing.
He's a reserves police officer for who?
You know what? I don't know what. I know he's contracted. That's what he's told me.
The wife doesn't know. She genuinely believes he's a reserve police officer. She's been told this story so many times she accepted it completely. That's not just fraud against the public. That's fraud against his own family. She's a victim here too.
When I heard about this from last night, I came over here because I was curious. I'm like, that sounds a little out of place. Of course. So he approached me wearing this vest. And he has a badge that says Detective Edmonds on it. So the officers that were working last night went the extra step and called the Edmonds Police Department. They've never heard of him. He's not on the payroll. So between showing up on scene with commissioned officers, saying he's a cop, having blue emergency lights, and then this morning approaching me saying he's police, wearing a police vest.
Right.
Yeah. And then furthermore, today he was carrying a firearm. It was unloaded. He's a convicted felon. He can't have a firearm. So he's going to jail today for criminal impersonation of the second degree and unlawful possession of a firearm.
Let's count what we actually have here. Blue emergency lights in his personal vehicle, used at an active fire scene the night before. A full police uniform with SWAT patches. A detective badge reading Edmonds badge number 360. A number that doesn't match any real officer. A loaded firearm, a prior felony conviction, and a months-long pattern of telling everyone in the neighborhood he's a cop. This isn't someone who bought a cop costume for Halloween. This is a sustained, deliberate fraud that involved impersonating officers at active crime scenes, questioning members of the public, trespassing people off private property, and, as we're about to find out, potentially interviewing witnesses in connection with a suspicious death. That last part is what takes this from second degree to first degree impersonation. Michael is in the back of a police vehicle now, in handcuffs, on his way to Kitsap County Jail, and he still can't stop talking.
What's the process now? What are we doing?
You're going to the Kitsap County Jail.
Okay, and get processed in. Do you know if I'll see a judge?
You'll see a judge either today or tomorrow. I don't know for sure because it depends on what the arraignment schedule is like.
Okay. Are these serious charges or?
2 felonies.
2 felonies. What are the 2 felonies for?
Criminal impersonation in the first degree and unlawful possession of firearm in the second.
Criminal impersonation, the first degree?
Yes, correct.
That's a felony?
Yes.
I thought it was a misdemeanor. So how did it turn to first degree?
It turns out you were taking significant law enforcement action.
Where?
At the 7-Eleven.
I was taking action?
There's actually 2 things that I know of so far. One is that you were kicking people off the property at the 7-Eleven and taking trespass enforcement. And 2, you were interviewing one of the local transients about a suspicious death at the Salvation Army.
What?
Watch his reaction. What? Not, that's not true. Not, I can explain. Just what? The suspicious death investigation detail clearly caught him off guard because he thought that conversation was private. It wasn't. There are witnesses.
You've been a cop for 30 years and you don't know how jail booking works?
Well, no, it's different out here because, I'm asking what are...
You work for Edmonds, right?
So, what are, do they release people or are they, really strict on bonds or...
Jail.
Sorry?
What happens when we take people to King County Jail?
Well, this isn't King County. I'm just asking how are the judges out here, what's it like?
When's the last time you used?
I don't use. Why you say that?
Because I think you're high.
You think I'm high?
I think you're high.
Okay. That's your opinion, man. I'll take a drug test for you.
Okay. Matter of fact, Mr. Scaletta, my theory is that this whole pretend to be a cop thing down in Salvation Army is a opportunity for you to seize drugs from the local transient people. That's what I think. I think that's how you're obtaining illegal drugs.
Yeah. Not. Never.
Really easy, right?
I've never enforced that. I'm a security. No, never. I've never done anything like that, dude.
Because you were asking that guy last night over on the street if he had any drugs.
I've never. No, absolutely not.
That you're shaking him down your flashlight and asking about illegal drug use over on the street, not even in the Salvation Army property.
Yeah, that is a complete lie, but no.
Okay.
That is not true.
What's that guy's name?
Absolutely not. No, man.
You didn't turn on your body camera at all last night?
Why would I? I'm not. It's not. The only time I turn on the body camera, if there's an incident where it needs to be documented.
There it is. Why would I turn on the body camera? He's not even pretending to be a real officer at this point. A real officer understands that body cam activation policies exist precisely so that officers can't decide after the fact what gets documented and what doesn't. The fact that Michael didn't activate it, combined with witness accounts of what he was doing, is damning. The drug shakedown theory from the officer is speculation at this stage. He's transparent about that. But the underlying witness account that Michael was stopping transients, using a flashlight, asking about drugs, that's corroborated by multiple people. Whether it was for his own use or just a power trip, someone with a fake detective badge and a loaded gun was shaking down homeless people in the middle of the night. That is terrifying. That is a complete lie. Michael keeps denying, But every denial is contradicted by something on camera, in a database, or from a witness. He has no credibility left. He invoked his right to silence 15 minutes ago and then kept talking anyway. At this point, he's just digging. Here's what just happened.
Do you have your commission card with you?
No card. First check. Failed.
Is it a loaded firearm that you have with you, Mr. Scaletta?
Correct.
Loaded firearm, convicted felon, federal crime the moment he picked it up.
Say it again.
You're not on the payroll with Edmonds PD.
Not an employee. Never was. Entire identity fabricated.
You still talking?
At this time, I'm going to invoke my rights and remain silent.
Okay.
Knows the law well enough to invoke it. Just didn't extend that courtesy to anyone else.
Well, I know he's a reserves police officer. That's what he told me. That's the work he's doing.
His own family had no idea.
You're interviewing one of the local transients about a suspicious death at the Salvation Army.
Second degree to first degree, that's the line. On this channel, we talk about what to do when a real cop oversteps. Today's case is a fake one, but the mechanism is identical. Someone puts on a uniform, projects authority, counts on people not questioning it. Real or fake, it works the same way. Most people don't ask. A 2012 study found that most police impersonators fled the moment their target called 911 to verify the stop. The whole con depends on people not knowing they're allowed to push back. 73% of impersonators are repeat offenders because it keeps working. Your right to ask for credentials, your right to ask, am I being detained? Those aren't just for bad cops. They're for anyone who puts on the costume. Bremerton PD B+. Procedurally correct Terry stop documented, reasonable suspicion articulated, consent withdrawal respected, Fifth Amendment honored. That's the minimum standard. Not giving an A for following rules that were always supposed to be followed. But compared to what we usually cover here, this was clean. Michael F., convicted felon with a fake badge, fake identity, blue lights, and a loaded gun he had no right to touch. Months of running the same con on homeless people with nowhere to turn, 2 felonies, $50,000 bond, and his only complaint was that it could have been handled differently. The uniform doesn't give you power, the willingness of people to believe you does. Michael understood that better than most real cops on this channel.
Do me a favor, put your hands on your head, because now you got a gun today. Yeah, keep your hands on your head, both of them. Both hands on your head.
So last episode, we had Michael in Washington State. Fake Edmonds detective badge, loaded firearm, months of running his con at a homeless shelter. Today, we've got a completely different situation, same category of crime, completely different vibe. Meet Marshall Goodnight, elderly man, California, fully kitted out on a motorcycle, uniform, patches, 2 tasers, a baton, pepper spray, and a badge that says traffic, pulled over for running stop signs, and about to have a very interesting conversation with a very patient officer.
Let's hop off the bike.
I gotta go this way.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi. My name's Officer Reinecke. So, a couple
came to the
things why I
meeting.
stopped you. Okay. Number 1, you didn't stop at Lyon and Oakland.
Yeah.
Number 2, you didn't stop at Lyon and Devonshire.
Hurry up, I'm burning up.
Okay. Well,
I know.
see where we're at. So,
That's taser.
is this a real taser?
Yes.
It's a real taser?
Uh-huh.
Oh, weird. Okay. And what is going on with your sidearm, sir? This is a taser too? Got it. Okay, cool. We're just gonna clear you down here, because
Wallet's in the side pocket.
you got what in there?
Wallet.
A wallet. Okay, cool. Any other goodies that I need to know about that are gonna hurt me potentially?
No, sir.
No, where's it? In this pocket?
No.
Fantastic. Do you have a guard card, sir?
No, sir.
No, but you're carrying a taser and an ass baton.
I don't, not legal for me to carry a taser, but like I said, I do criminal concessions.
All right, come over here with me, okay? Here's what I want you to do, okay? Very gently, I would like you to have a seat for me, okay? And I'll help you down, all right?
Find arrest?
No, you're just detained right now, sir.
The officer is calm, professional, not escalating. He's just methodically going through what's on this guy's belt like he's doing inventory. 2 tasers, a baton, a badge, a man in a full motorcycle unit uniform, running stop signs. There's the line. Detained, not arrested. And that distinction actually matters here. A detention is a Terry stop. Temporary needs reasonable suspicion. An arrest needs probable cause. Right now, the officer has suspicion, but he's still building the picture. So Marshall stays on the curb, while they figure out what exactly they've got.
So, couple issues. Like I said, the traffic violations that I stopped you for. Okay. The tasers. So the 2 tasers, the ass baton, right? And you're dressing up like a what?
I do funeral escorts.
Okay.
And just getting back from one.
Got it.
And
So
you dress up like this, but this is the second time I've been pulled over.
Huh?
This is only the second time I've ever been pulled over.
Second time being pulled over? Okay, cool. So, my other issue, well, we'll wait till one of my partners gets here.
Another one was, MSPD, no one's ever pulled me over.
Okay, well, here we are today, sir.
Like I'm saying, we do a lot of stuff with the police too.
Okay.
You know?
I got it.
You'll probably see me bring in some food for you guys.
Yeah? Well, I appreciate you cooperating with me, sir. Like I said, I see a black... Huh? You good?
They're a little bit tight.
Okay.
Probably the way I'm holding.
Gotcha. All right. I see a black pistol, and I see a taser, pepper spray, ass baton. Right. I see you fully kitted up, like you're a.
There's a good reason for that.
Like you're a police officer.
There's a good reason.
Okay. There's a well.
Can you raise my visor?
Sure.
There we go. Just lift it up. That way. Yeah.
There's a good reason for that.
Yeah. Whenever we do the funeral escorts and stuff like that, we try to look as much as we can, the sheriff, police, whatever. The main reason is that people will respect you more and they'll listen to us.
Okay.
I mean, we get out there, you know as well as we do, we get out there and we're stopping traffic, controlling traffic.
Sure.
And they pretty radical.
Okay. Gotcha.
And they do have more respect for a man in uniform.
Sure.
That's the reason our company has us wear these uniforms.
And here's the thing, he's not entirely wrong. People do respect uniforms more. That's literally why this is a crime. The whole point of impersonation laws is that the uniform creates authority that people comply with. Marshall just explained the mechanism of his own offense out loud to the arresting officer. His argument is basically, I look like a cop on purpose because it makes my job easier. And yeah, man, that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. You don't get to borrow the authority of law enforcement because it's convenient for your funeral escort side hustle. Also, you probably see me bringing food for you guys. He's name-dropping free lunches to an officer who just found 2 tasers on him. Points for confidence, I guess.
I'm gonna have you just hang tight and stay here with my partners while I'm gonna do a quick inspection on the motorcycle. All right. Last I checked, these are. Well, you're the taser guy. You tell me. It's a non-guard card, non-BSIS license.
They're not supposed to have this one.
Yeah.
They can have a different one, but they're supposed to go through training for it.
Right.
Do lights work?
They work. They're reds, but he's got like a purple up front.
Yeah, purple's supposed to be.
Like an X26 kind of.
It's gold. It's the original.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the new.
You got another motorcycle?
I've got 2 motorcycles. Only this one here for work. That might drive for work. Supposedly they're supposed to be legal as far as.
I know this is a no-no.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
Yeah.
This is probably 2. This is probably over the limit. May not be.
Yeah.
They're not
You
legal.
gotta be certified in those.
Do you have a card? Who put you through instructor course? The taser program.
I did go through the taser program.
You did?
Yeah.
Through who?
Through San Bernardino.
San Bernardino Sheriffs?
No, it's through guard, security guard thing over there.
Okay. Do you have the card with you saying you have certification?
No, they gave me a certification that's framed in my home.
They gave you a certificate?
Yeah.
You're supposed to have something that always is on you too.
I did not have.
Your badge?
This says traffic. Call the chief, he knows me. He'll probably verify this.
Where'd you get that badge from? Who did you go?
Ordered it.
Or you just ordered it?
The taser certification is framed at home. The badge was ordered online. The emergency lights on the motorcycle, not legal. Every single layer of this is falling apart. Ordered it, just casually. Like that explains everything. Sir, you ordered a police badge off the internet and then put on a full uniform and rode around California running stop signs. That is not a gray area. And the BSIS, that's California's Bureau of Security and Investigative Services. They license security guards and regulate what weapons they can carry. No BSIS registration means no legal authority to carry those tasers in a professional capacity. The certification framed at home doesn't cover it.
There's a couple issues, okay? Namely the tasers, the baton, all that. So you are going to be coming back to the station with us today, okay? We are going to tow the bike because we obviously can't leave it here. And we'll discuss more about this when we get back to the station, okay?
Am I under arrest?
Right now, yes, sir. You are under arrest.
Am I arrested for it?
I just explained to you the tasers, the ass baton, all that stuff right now.
Get a hold of the chief, please.
I'm not going to call the chief, sir.
I'll call him.
Okay.
And I'll call the mayor.
Yeah, please. That's fine, sir. Well, the law is what the law is. So I don't work in the world of favoritism and personal favorites and backdoor deals, sir. So
Everything else says all that is perfectly legal. Now,
tasers and this are certainly not legal, and neither is that in companion with your drug registration to the county. None of that adds up to being perfectly legal, sir.
Call the chief, call the mayor, and the officer's response is perfect. Calm, flat, completely unbothered. I don't work in the world of favoritism and backdoor deals. That's the right answer. That's what accountability looks like. And notice Marshall still doesn't understand what he's being arrested for. He keeps asking. The officer explains it clearly. The weapons, the baton, the drug registration. Marshall's defense is basically everything is legal. It is not. The drug registration mention is interesting. That's a separate issue that doesn't get elaborated on much in the video, but it suggests Marshall has priors that affect what he's legally allowed to carry, which is about to become very relevant.
you mind picking me up and putting me back to your car?
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
starting to get me.
Sure. We got you.
I am a heart transplant patient.
Totally understand, sir. You ready? Put your feet out in front of you. There you go. Stand up.
Thank you.
Where's your unit?
It's a bath.
Can we put them in yours? You mind?
Yeah.
Do it? All right. Cool.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh, I'll let you pull it out. There you go.
You have a chain cuff?
No, we do not, sir. But it's not. It's gonna be a short ride to the our station. Okay.
I know where it is. Okay. Thank you. Well, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that an infraction?
What's infraction?
That's what I'm being arrested for.
My partner will explain everything to you. I believe when it comes to weapons that you cannot have, it may be a misdemeanor, it may be a felony. Okay.
He asked for a chain cuff because the regular cuffs are uncomfortable. Officers say they don't have one. Short ride, we'll figure it out. And they literally helped this man off the curb and into the car because he had a heart transplant. This is the part that makes this episode complicated. Michael in Washington was calculated and predatory. Months of running a con on vulnerable people. Marshall is an elderly man on $1,200 a month Social Security trying to make extra cash doing funeral escorts. Completely different situations. Same crime category on paper. Very different human being. And it may be a misdemeanor, it may be a felony. The officer doesn't know yet. That's honest. The answer depends on Marshall's prior record. Spoiler, he has one.
You been to this facility before?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think so.
So have any of these items on you?
No.
Okay.
You just check me.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. People hide things and all types of portions. All right, go ahead and have a seat right here, sir. I will. I just need you to have a seat because I gotta remove your shoes. Okay?
Yeah, I really hurt.
Sure, right there. All right. Go ahead, lift up your left leg one more time. Gotta get your socks.
You can't leave my socks on?
No, sir.
I got to ask this. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Just our protocol or rules that we have.
Well, I just wondered if there was something to them, you know.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna stand in this box for me. Go ahead, spread out your feet, and you're gonna face that wall, okay?
And all I'm trying to do is make enough money to live off of.
Yeah, what do you do for work?
Escorts.
Escorts?
Yeah. Plus I get a lousy $1,200 a month from Social Security.
Okay.
You can't live on $1,200 a month. You gotta do something.
No, I understand that, sir.
There it is. Prior felony conviction, which means every weapon on his belt was a separate crime the moment he picked it up. This isn't just a guy who went a little overboard with a costume. He's a felon carrying prohibited weapons in public while wearing a police uniform. And $1,200 a month lands differently when you hear it out loud in a booking facility. That is genuinely not enough to live on in California. And I'm not saying that excuses anything, but it does explain how someone ends up in a situation where they're doing funeral escorts in a fake cop uniform at his age, hoping nobody looks too closely. The officer's response, you can't live on $1,200 a month, you got to do something. He gets it. He's not being cruel about it. He's processing someone who made a series of bad choices out of financial desperation, and he's doing his job anyway. That's a complicated human moment that you don't usually see in these videos. Last episode was Michael in Washington. This episode is Marshall in California. Same charge on paper, criminal impersonation, but these are completely different cases, and I think it's worth being honest about that. Michael was deliberate, calculated. He built a fake identity over months, targeted vulnerable people, shook down transients, showed up at crime scenes, and tried to insert himself into active investigations. That's predatory. Marshall is an elderly man with a heart condition and $1,200 a month trying to make extra cash doing funeral processions. His company told him to wear a uniform that looks like a cop. He took it too far, way too far, with the weapons and the badge. But the intent is different. The harm profile is different. The law doesn't really distinguish between them at the charging stage. Impersonating a peace officer is impersonating a peace officer. And the felon in possession charges are the same regardless of motivation. But context matters for how we think about these cases, even if it doesn't change the legal outcome. Here's what connects them though. Both cases exist because the uniform works. People defer to it. Drivers pull over. Transients answer questions. Event staff lets you through. The costume does the job whether you're Michael running a months-long con or Marshall thinking nobody would look twice at the funeral procession motorcycle. The authority of the badge is real even when the badge is fake. That's why the law treats this seriously. Here's what happened. Pulled over for running stop signs, ends with a full weapons inventory.
Do me a favor, put your hands on your head, because now you got a gun today. Yeah, keep your hands on your head, both of them. Taser. Both hands on your head.
That's taser.
Is this a real taser?
Yes.
2 tasers, a baton, pepper spray, no guard card, no legal authority to carry any of it.
The main reason is people will respect you more and they'll listen to us.
Okay.
He explained his own crime out loud. That's why impersonation laws exist.
Where'd you get that badge from? Who did you go to?
Badge from the internet, emergency lights on the bike, full uniform, all illegal.
You know, the chief, please.
I'm not going to call the chief, sir.
Probably the best exchange of the whole stop. Officer Reniki, a minus, handled a genuinely weird situation with patience and professionalism, explained the charges clearly, didn't escalate, helped an elderly man with a heart condition into the back of his car, and shut down the call the chief play without breaking stride. The only reason it's not a full A is that it may be a misdemeanor, it may be a felony, is a little vague, but that's a minor critique on an otherwise clean arrest. Marshall Goodnight, D, not an F. Michael got an F. Marshall is in a different category, financially desperate, elderly, and doing something genuinely dumb rather than predatory. But he's still a convicted felon who knowingly carried prohibited weapons in public in a fake police uniform. The funeral escort explanation doesn't hold up legally. The framed taser certificate at home doesn't cover it. And call the chief, he knows me, was never going to work. D, because the intent matters, but the charges don't care about intent.
Police.